Welcome to InfoHub. In our headlines, Paramakatoy to get potable water. Government's commitment to youths reiterated by Prime Minister. Minister Hughes attends Caribbean Broadcasting Union 48th Annual General Assembly. U.S. State Department hands over 200 bicycles and accessories to Guyana Police Force and City Constabulary. More than 150 graduate from the BIT program. An onion cultivation trial successful. Stay tuned for the details of these and more. Now for the details. Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu reiterated government's commitment to the development of Indigenous youth's livelihood. Delicia Haynes has this report.
The government has set aside approximately $1 billion for the empowerment and development of Indigenous youths. The Prime Minister spoke of the government's commitment to ensuring all youths across Guyana have the same opportunities during an NC and VOG radio program on Thursday.
We want the youths to be trained in a program. We have now the Hinterland Employment Youth Service. This is a new scheme under which they will receive their stipend, but they will undergo training. They're instructors who have been trained. They were training for trainers, and now they're going to have trainees. So you come into the program, you're given a stipend, and then at the end of it, and this is rolled out as of August, month end.
The training will enable youths to become more independent.
At the end of the year, those youths, I think 100 or so from each of 20 communities, they will be given a startup fund of $50,000 a month, so that they will be receiving some training, and the training will be to start up some kind of some business, self-employment. As the President said the other day, education must move to another level. It must move to empowerment.
Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu said that for the year 2017, sustainable livelihood development is high on the government's agenda for hinterland communities. For InfoHub, Delicia Haynes.
On day 4 of the NTC conference, Guyana Water Inc. delivered on its commitment to upgrade Paramakatoy's potable water supply. Here is Delon Sanko with this report.
Minister within the Ministry of Communities, Dawn Hastings Williams, handed over a check for the sum of $4 million to the Village Council of Paramakatoy. Dr. Van West Charles, Managing Director of the Guyana Water Incorporated, noted that this check is the first installment for a project which is currently being rolled out in the region to ensure a better water supply system to residents.
If, for example, there is a Paramakatoy project which you heard about, and in collaboration with the council, we are now in the phase of construction of a reservoir which will make water available to Paramakatoy, and that water will be treated water.
The GWI head added that the project now allows the village to advance to a different level of development.
What is important is that we have had a memorandum of understanding with the village council, who are also part of the process. It's not taking coastlanders into Paramakatoy, but the folks, the skills from Paramakatoy, in collaboration with the engineering capacity of GWI, is doing this project.
The mission of the Guyana Water Incorporated is to deliver adequate, safe and affordable water and to ensure a safe sewage system for the improved public health and sustainable economic development throughout Guyana. Delon Sanko for InfoHub.
Minister Sidney Alicock debunked accusations that the NTC executives were not given the chance to shape much of the conference's agenda. Here is Zaniel Williams with this report.
This comes after Vice Chairman of the NTC openly stated at Day 5 of the conference that their concerns were not being properly addressed. He said that this was due to the executives having little input in the agenda of the conference. However, Minister Alicock said that these claims are untrue.
And I made mention of it last year, telling them that start to prepare as of now, as soon as the conference is finished, for next year. So we do not find ourselves in late-minute preparations. 3 weeks before this conference, I questioned the PRDO who got on to the NTC executives who said they're working on it, they're working on it. They hadn't the simple courtesy to say, well, let us speed up this process.
The minister is of the belief that the uproar created by the executives has a lot to do with politics. Minister Alicock added that he is very surprised at their actions since the freedom they are now allowed was not afforded a few years ago.
We, as indigenous peoples, have a role to play in national development. And this is the best time. There was never a better time than now. On to today, we heard a lady saying that this is one of our best conferences. Never happened before. And it is true because we couldn't have, in times gone by, reporters like yourselves coming in. They chase you out. They couldn't have two shows or representatives standing up. They box them, course them. But that is what happened. And we're trying to bring some order.
The minister said that it is time to put aside differences and work together for a better way of life. Zanil Williams for InfoHub.
Over 200 bicycles and accessories were handed over to the police force and city constabulary by the U.S. State Department. Here is Paul McAdam.
The donation, worth over $145,000, saw the Guyana Police Force receiving 170 bicycles, with 30 going to the city constabulary. Minister of Public Security Kemright Ramtitan thanked U.S. Ambassador Perry Holloway, describing the initiative as in keeping with government's green economy agenda.
I want to thank the Ambassador and the United States and its people for this wonderful gesture, a green gesture, quite frankly, that will go a long way. I want to say how grateful we are, profound appreciation to the American Embassy and the United States for the support that they have done and granted to the Guyanese police force and to the government of Guyana generally. And I speak here, yes, as a minister. We have gotten a lot of aid from them in a number of areas. The strengthening of democracy, judicial reform, economics, health, interdiction of drugs at the sea and other areas.
The donation, the minister added, will also help to keep officers active and healthy. United States Ambassador Perry Holloway said it is one of the U.S. government's efforts to support Guyana's local community outreach program. He noted that the donation will help to increase the visibility of police officers as well as build trust with citizens.
On behalf of INL and the Department of State and U.S. Embassy, I am delighted to be here today to underscore the United States' ongoing commitment to promoting community policing in Guyana.
Georgetown Mayor Patricia Chase Green also expressed her gratitude for the support. The initiative is part of INL's mandate to assist countries in strengthening the capacity of their law enforcement and supporting their efforts to promote the rule of law. Meanwhile, on behalf of Essential Supplies Incorporated Clearwater's Marketing, Sales and Distribution Manager Amarjit Hardat donated 200 chairs, which will be distributed to various police stations. Paul McAdam, InfoHub.
Renata LaFleur tells us that Guyana's Steel Pan contingent hosted the first ever music workshop at Carifesta 13.
Carifesta 13, Barbados.
The Guyanese Steel Pan contingents are creating history at Carifesta 13. The contingents are leaving their legacy behind by imparting their skills into young children. Approximately 70 students between the ages of 4 and 14 at the Belleville Grammar School in Kingston Terrace, St. Michael, are the first beneficiary of a fun music workshop hosted by Guyana's Steel Pan contingents. Musical director Andrew Tyndall said prior to now the school only taught teenagers and adults.
Carifesta for us is about bringing our talent, sharing our talent, and so to have this opportunity to share our talent, and not just to share it, but to share it with children who are coming up, it really presents it's a great privilege for us. I think it provides a great opportunity for us to interface with children and to leave some of our legacy with them.
Director and instructor at the school, Ramon Dummett, said the workshop will enable the students to learn new skills they can use to build their confidence.
We believe that music definitely plays an important part in both the academic and social and cognitive development for young people, for children, right? And to have the National Steel Orchestra from Guyana here to impart the knowledge into the kids really means a lot. I can say the kids from the time they heard about the opportunity, they were very excited.
Facilitator Michael Smith Jr. is excited and proud to transfer his knowledge to the future generation.
It's fun because when at little children, their brain is like a sponge, so they soak up everything and you teach them. So it's quite easier to teach at a young age, teach students at a young age.
Carry Festa 13 Barbados.
Leading regional electronic media houses are taking a strong position on the need for clear policy and regulatory approaches to ensure the financial viability of the indigenous broadcast sector in the Caribbean region. This was one of the key resolutions passed when the Caribbean Broadcasting Union wrapped up its 48th Annual General Assembly in Nassau, Bahamas on Wednesday. Minister of Public Telecommunications Catherine Hughes represented Guyana and was the keynote speaker for the main conference day. She urged the media managers and owners present to place stronger focus on good content. She noted that one glaring omission is a purposeful approach to consistently produce quality local content that effectively informs, educates, and entertains. Minister Hughes also suggested that Caribbean broadcasters could take advantage of specific features of digital technology. This year's AGA was held under the theme Digital Developments in Caribbean Media. On Friday, the Ministry of Public Infrastructure hosted its annual health fair and blood drive program. Andrew Weeks has our special report.
A number of staff members on the ministry were given free medical checkups, myself included, at the activity which was opened by Minister Ferguson today.
We know that you guys work very hard here at the ministry, and sometimes you find it difficult to go to the doctor to get regular checkups. So the mere fact you take time out from your desk and your busy schedule to ensure you get, a semi-checkup, this is good.
The minister encouraged staffers to take the checkups since not everything that looks good on the outside means it's okay on the inside. Some of the services offered were blood pressure and glucose testing, yellow fever vaccination, HIV/AIDS and body mass index measurements. Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation Incorporated head of the Oncology Department, Cecilia Benny, said a number of women are now becoming more health conscious, especially where breast cancer is concerned.
We're encouraging healthcare workers to encourage their clientele to do their breast examination. Most of the time what happens, mothers especially, they tend to look after everybody in the family except themselves.
The vaccination section was a major attraction because many wanted to get their yellow fever vaccine done. One of the workers expressed his satisfaction with the services.
Is this your first time you're coming to this exercise?
Yes.
What do you intend to do today?
Take a checkup and make sure all is well.
You're taking a full checkup all across the board, even giving blood as well?
Everything.
All right.
It's a positive thing we need to do more often.
All right.
Twice a year.
According to Coordinator Mr. Jason Duport, 91 persons were vaccinated despite catering for 50 persons. The HIV/AIDS testing saw negative results and blood donation from 30 persons. Andrew Weeks, reporting for InfoHub.
Thanks for watching. Connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.